Yeah. Now, so let us see, what are the tools or maybe softwares we use in order to write a Python script and run the program as a build. So the first tool is that integrated development environment. It's the official tool to run the Python script. The full form of IDL is integrated development environment. And there is another tool, which is a cloud computing tool called COLab, which is a collaboratory tool on which Google people have provided for the free of cost to run the JavaScript or maybe Python script or maybe other programming languages for the free of cost. Jupyter is the another tool on which also we can able to run the Python script. It's a notebook. Even COLab is also notebook. There is another tool called PyCharm. It is an open source tool, which is a community tool, as well as it is a licensed tool also for the professional purpose. And the Spider is the, it's also licensed tool, which is an integrated development environment, ideally. And Thony is also open source. Atom is also open source. Canopy is the again licensed. So these are the few tools we are going to use in order to run the Python. Apart from these tools, there are plenty of tools have been implemented over the online. We can execute them also. So if you have any questions, you just ask me. Otherwise, I'll be go to the, I'll be show you today that how exactly IDLE is going to work, how CVLab will work. I'll show you right now.
Yeah.
Yes. So in order to install the IDLE, just you go to Google, search for the IDLE Python download. The first link which you are going to be being populated, that the download Python. You click on this particular link, so that this is the page which is being populated, through which we can able to download the respective softwares. So let us see here. On the Windows operating system, we have a latest version is 3.11.0. Every month or every 15 days, the versions will be changed. Probably certain features might have upgraded to the existing system, right? So 3.11.0 is the latest version. So Windows, if you want to download, you can click on this. If you want to Linux or Unix related platform softwares, you can click on this. Mac or other operating system. So anyhow, everybody is using Windows. Just I would like to download 3.11.0. If you click on it, so you see here, so application, that software have been downloaded. So if you want to see that, it will be look like this. So if you click onto this, it will be ask you to be download. It will be asking you to be install now. Already I have installed in my system that the 3.10. I think this is not required for me. So if you want, you just click on install now. Next, you keep next click on that, so that the software ideally is get installed. Now, whether I would like to know whether this Python ideally have been installed or not, let me check. How you are going to check? Obviously, we are going to search in our computer that ideally is installed or not. Yeah. So now I'll be showing you that I am searching for the IDLE. If you look at, you are able to see I have installed 3.9.64 and 3.10 also. Let me open 3.10, 64-bit. Yeah. Yes. So this is called, you know what? IDLE. This is IDLE tool command line. Command line window. What do you mean by command line window? Every time, each time, we will be execute only one command at a time. So by default, Python editor will be act as a calculator. You see, it will be act as the calculator. Yes or no? So here, every time I'm able to perform one command at a time. We cannot execute more than one command. And we can write a small program, write a Python script to perform arithmetic sum. How you are going to write a program? I'm declaring A is equal to 200, B is equal to 300, print sum of A and B is, comma, A plus B. You see the output? Here the sum of A and B will be 500. You have to notice there is a point is that every time we are able to execute one command at a time, can we store this whole script in secondary storage memory? The answer is no. We can practice here, but we cannot store permanently this script into secondary storage memory. So therefore, I think this is not a right platform in order to develop a software. Therefore, we go with another window called, if you click on File, open new file, this window is called, you know what? This window is called Python scripting window. Earlier was command line window. Command line window allows us to type or execute once at a time, one command. More than one command we cannot. Now I'm here writing the program. So the script is that obviously same. A is equal to 200, B is equal to 300, print the sum of A and B, A plus B. Now if you want to save, we can save. Now I'm saving this file wherever you require. So obviously, I'm going to save this particular file somewhere in documents. I'll be create one folder. I'll be save here, Rambabu is the Python file name, .py. .py is means what? It is an extension of the Python file. If you don't give the py, it will be not recognized as a Python file. So extension is by default required. Even on the notepad also we can write. There the extension is mandatory. I'm saving. Program have been saved. If you want to run this program, there is a command, like there is a tab called run, where run module is F5. You click on it, the program will be written here. So if you look at, again, let me execute. Yes. So are you seeing? sum of the A and B will be 500. So this is how, if you write a program in a scripting window, the output will be visible in a command line window. Command line window is different, scripting window is different. So this command line window in C, in Windows, C programming, whenever you execute, this command prompt is going to be visible to you. This is the command prompt. This is also command line operating system, we can say. So this is how, if you write a program in scripting window, the output will be visible in this. Yeah. And one more point. So installing the Python ideally, it does not mean it will become with all the packages required for your purposes. Whenever if you want to install the third-party packages or third-party plugins or modules, again we have to go to the command prompt. We have to go to command prompt where we have to install any kind of a software in your system locally. Firstly, we have to move to the path where the Python have been installed. So C drive users VBNAC in your system, this username might be changed. It's an admin. So CD app data, CD local, CD is change directory programs, CD Python, CD Python 3.10. In this path, we have to install any package or module you want to work. Let's suppose I wanted to work with neural networks. I want to work with neural networks. So pip is the command, isn't it? Install is the keyword where TensorFlow will be the name of the package or neural networks you can work. You click on it. If it is already installed, it's saying that requirement is already satisfied. Else it will be get installed. Other command.
Sir, we need Python, sir.
You want a Python?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Right. So this is the Python tool. This is the Python tool where we can create a new project. So let's suppose I already opened. Now by default, yeah, this is the path it is going to be shown to you. So now if you want a new file, you just new program can be created. So now new Python file is required. You just click on new file where new batch. It's a Python file. So here you can write the program simply, print welcome to NTH. Now, if you want to run the program, because here multiple programs are available, just you click onto this particular file so that here local terminal will be available. You see, so the way we have seen a command prompt, here the local terminal is available. Whatever you write here only, it will be visible to you. Let's suppose A is equal to input, int, input, enter A value, B is equal to int, input, enter B value, print A plus B. So now the same thing you can execute. So it's asking me to enter the value 200, output will be 300. So this is how we can able to execute a programs on the Python tool, which is very useful tool. and most of the industry for testing or maybe for the development over the Python related platform, we make use of it. Right? So now, so I hope you have understood how to write a program on the Python, how to run a particular program on the Python, how to display the output over here. So let us go through the actual syllabus that, so according to the, syllabus, so this is the syllabus where, yes. So far we have seen features of the Python. Let us see, how the comments will be written in the Python. What is the purpose of input and output print statement? Then types of data. Then obviously control structures, operators. All these let us see now. So let me go through the concept-wise. So yeah. Yes. So here I'm talking right now types of comments in Python.
Sir, tokens of Python అంటే ఏంటండి?
అన్ని కలిపి టోకెన్స్ ఉంటాం యాక్చువల్గా. మనం సిలబస్ లో ఉన్న అంటే బేసిక్స్ అన్ని ఫీచర్స్ ఆఫ్ పైథాన్, ఇన్పుట్ అవుట్పుట్ ఫంక్షన్స్, ఆపరేటర్స్, ఇవన్నీ కలిపి we can say that it's tokens of Python. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So now I'm talking about types of comments in Python. So there will be two types of comments we write in Python. One is single line comment, where we use hash symbol to write a single line comment. So just now I have written multi-line comment, which will be declared with 3 single quotations followed by 3 single quotations. So this is, we are going to write with the help of, multi-line comments, we can say. Yes or no? Yeah. So in basically in C programming, we use 2 forward slashes will be a single line comment, 1 forward slash followed by star. Yes, this is a multi-line comment. See, firstly, let me tell you, if you write anything in real-time scenario, isn't it? So compulsorily, we have to follow the comments to be written. So why we use most probably for the comments, for the documentation purpose. If you write the comments properly about the programs, that will be a documentation, which is going to be a SRS document, software requirement specifications properly. And eventually, whenever you leave the company, it will be benefit for the other users to be understand properly, and the readability of the program. Readability of the program will be improved if you write a comment lines properly. So, and comes to any number of comments you have written in a program, comments are not executable statements. Just they're simply written. As soon as the comment will be recognized, it will be ignored. It's not going to be executed. Yes. Yeah. So this is how, the comment lines are going to be useful. I hope this is not the difficult concept. I think, let me go to the next concept is that input and print statement. Yes. So let me talk about what do you mean by input and what do you mean by print statement. Input is the dynamic runtime value is allowed to take by the input statement, and print statement is obviously which will be output statement, where we display content or info over the screen. So in the Python, we have two statements, like input is the one statement to take a dynamic value. Print is the statement to print the value on the screen.
Dynamic means?
Dynamic means whenever you operate the application, you will be take the value. Whenever you go to the ATM, it will ask you to enter the PIN number. That time only you will be give the PIN number, right? Dynamic means at the runtime. When the application is running, whatever the input values is asking by the application will be allow us to be given from the input function, right? So let us take, just now I have demonstrated that. Now let's take name input, enter your name, please. So let me execute. System will ask me, you see down, system is asking me to enter my name. So Veera Babu, it is holding the data. Name is an object which is holding name, but we want to print, right? As per my format, I'm going to write now print your good name is, well, now name is going to be provided. Now we are going to enter obviously Ram Babu. So your good name is Ram Babu. Like that, we are going to be use the print statement to be displayed onto the screen. Now there is a note. By default, input function will consider everything as string, everything as a string. What do you mean by that? Let's suppose x equal to input, enter a value, y is equal to input, enter b value. Now print sum colon comma x plus y. Now let me execute. I'm entering the value of 100, 60. Now what is the output here? You might have seen, you might have observed here 160 became concatenated. This is 100, this is 60. They will be come together. They have concatenated. Here actually sum is not happening because by default, whenever you take other than the string as an input, we have to be required, what? Typecasting is required. What we require? whenever other than string wanted to take input, typecasting is required. Typecasting is required. What do you mean by typecasting here? Simply, I want to enter number, but the input statement will be considered as, string. Therefore, I want to convert from string to int. Then it requires the typecasting. Here also same thing. So now it's asking me to enter the value 160. Now if you look at 160 is going to become a output over here. So now if you want a float, you can go with a float. One zero five 20.5. So 31.0. So this is how float, string, int, whatever the typecasting you require, accordingly you can able to convert them. Yeah. So I hope you have understood that, what are the, topic related to input and print statement. So according to the syllabus, let us go to the next concept is types of data support by Python. Right. So whenever we talk about digital data, whenever we talk about the computer data, broadly categorized into two types. Analog data. The analog data is sound, noise, sound or audio will be the analog data. Second type of data is digital data. The digital data will be classified into, numeric data. Numeric data will be integer or float. Next is that string data, alphanumeric. Next is Boolean data, true. Next is complex data, which is in the form of real part, imaginary part. Next is none data, which is to fill missing data. Next is decimal data. Obviously, this is going to be a decimal data, where the base 10, which is a high level data. Now comes to octal data, where the base 8 and range is 0 to 7. Next is binary data, base 2, range is 0, 1. Hexadecimal data, range is, the base is 16, range is 0 to 9 is common, but 10 is equal to capital A, 11 is equal to capital B, 12 is equal to capital C, 13 is equal to capital D, 14 is equal to capital E, 15 is equal to capital F. These are the values are going to appear as part of, you know, so totally these are the, you know, these are the types of data we have, digital data especially,
Your
numeric.
voice is breaking.
What?
Voice is breaking, sir.
Yes. So now I think I'm able to hear to you, right? Yes. Yeah. So now, obviously analog data will be, we cannot see directly. It will be represented with the help of sine waves. But whereas digital data will be represented scientifically, electronically with the square waves. Square waves. Right. So now, obviously, let us see how represent all this data.
Sine
So
waves
all
means
what?
you told me sine waves and square waves.
Hmm. See here, computer would understand,
Okay.
if you represent something else in the search space, basically, these are the sine waves actually. Our temperature, our body temperature, heartbeat, everything will be calculated in form of analog only. Hiking of the line will be positive, and down will be, this line will be represented as a negative, which is a 0. This is 1, this is a 1, like 0. Whereas the square waves will be obviously like this. Square waves will be, hiking will be 1, this is going to be a 0. Like that, we are going to be represent square waves with the digital data, sine waves with the analog data. So there are the converters, coders and decoders. Like let's suppose whenever we talk in YouTube with a remote, if you say with a voice, I need to display RRR movie, automatically it will be converted into digital form. So there are the mathematical approaches to be convert the analog to digital, digital to digital, digital to analog, analog to digital. Like 4 possibilities automatically converted. There will be electronics level devices we have, receivers and transmitters, we can say. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now let me talk about all these data types. So I told, demo about numeric data. So
Sir,
let's suppose
sir, please back again. You told me some words like binary words we know and hexadecimal words. What is the base octal data?
these are the electronics level data actually. We are not going to use directly, but certain
Okay.
computers will use certain data types actually. Even hexadecimal, the most powerful data, the memory is going to store is hexadecimal data. These type of data will be, discussed at the electronic level. We are not going to use in a high level manner. See, we
Okay.
are writing the program in high level manner, right? So binary also we are not going to write, but computer will understand binary data, hexadecimal data, octal data. All these computer will understand at an electronic level. But it's a one kind of a data we have to be dig, we have to be learn it, how exactly this data will be deals while writing a program. Let me talk one by one. Just this hold on, please. Yeah. Yes, now I would like to talk about integer data. Integer data. See, I'm declaring x equal to 10. But whereas in the C++, Java, we used to be declaring int x equal to 10. What do you mean by int x equal to 10? We are instructing to the computer that I'm assigning 10 integer value to the x. But whereas in the Python, you need not to specify data type value. Then how exactly it will be understand? Let us see. System will understand. It knows type x. You see here in the bottom, the 10 is the value which is holding by x is belong to what class? Integer class. Similarly, y is equal to 10.5 print type y. Yes, now let's see. Y is the value which is belonging to float type. Similarly, s equal to name like Venkat. Now print type of yes. Right. So here if you look at the output, so Venkat is the string which is stored in yes. So it is belonging to a string related class. Venkat is the a string which is stored in a yes. The yes type is string type. This is of the data types already aware to the Python interpreter. Yes. Yeah. So now similarly, I told Boolean data. Boolean data. Boolean is nothing but true or false. I told t is equal to true. According to system is concerned, computer knows that true is equal to 1. Let's see firstly, print type of t. Now you see the output. Does system understand? Yes. System understand true as the Boolean data type. Now if true is equal to 1, then 1 plus 2 is going to become what? We need to display as a 3. Is that true? Let's see. Yes. True is equal to 1, 1 plus 2 is going to become a 3. So system knows what you mean by true. Now similarly, f is equal to false. False plus 2 is going to become what? 2 only. F. Now you see the output. 3, 2. Right? So this is how. So we are going to discuss,